That's right, Mike.
I like when Artie goes like this, Anthony.
Well, they told me to do that in the beginning.
It's like the clapboard.
Yeah.
In a movie.
I thought he should
It's like the clap.
You should clap more obnoxious, though. I'm like, you're a king. Clap like a king and go, come on!
Well, you're being inappropriate, Mike, because that's how you start the fucking show. And now I'm supposed to say it's Artie Lange's halfway house. You're just like ranting.
Sorry.
But that's fine. We can leave all that in because
who's
listening anyway? Mike Boschetti, my guest host. What's up,
Hey,
Mike?
Artie.
Wearing is that a cardigan sweater, you think?
I bought it for myself. I liked it, actually. I ordered it through a...
Where'd you get that Wallachs?
Oh, you bastard.
A nice Wallachs reference opened up.
Wallachs.
Where's Wallachs?
That voice you hear is the great Anthony Cumia, my buddy, and he's here, and I don't know. I feel awkward because I feel like I owe you an apology.
Not even close. Not even close.
I mean, I got the greatest opportunity in the world to do a show with Anthony at a time where I needed the job, and I was just out of control, man. I was out of control, and it was a terrible, crazy time. But now, like I said, I have a year clean and stuff, but it's a different perspective. So I want to publicly apologize to you.
Oh my God!
And Keith and everybody over there at Compound Media. It was 8 months. It was chaos, but there was a lot of fun.
Oh my God!
There was a lot of fun times.
So much fun and such amazing stories.
Yeah.
Whether they were hilariously funny or tragic, they're just great stories.
Yeah.
And thank God we're talking about them with you here and not, remember Artie kind of thing.
Right.
So, no apology necessary. I've screwed the pooch more times than I could count without ever offering up an apology.
Well, listen, that's
I'm a terrible person.
That's how it is. I mean, so am I. That's what I figured out. I started to think clear. I'm like, God, I'm an asshole.
Oh, shit, what happened? I thought I was awesome.
Yeah. All those years, the drugs were lying to me. It's like the Grateful Dead music. You're like, well, I like this music. Wait, I don't like this music. I like me. I don't like me. All that soul search and shit. I don't. Well, you actually went to rehab, right? You went to
I went to that
place, Ambrosia in Florida.
Ambrosia in Florida,
which I recommended.
You did recommend it.
That was so funny. Anthony goes, "Who do I know? Kind of know who would recommend a rehab?" Oh, no. And
Artie Lange.
that's one of the first times that we really talked.
Yeah,
we had never really spoken. And someone said, "Yeah, my agent said Anthony Cumia wants to know if you could recommend a restaurant,
a restaurant,
health spa."
What is that? A rental car?
How long were you there for?
I was there for 30 days.
Wow.
It was one of these court things because I ran into some troubles.
Right.
And, sometimes you do things just for self-preservation without any actual intent of getting better or doing it.
So let me ask you that. So now what was that experience like? Did you have to, was it grinding for you then? Because this is just something I got to do.
Yeah.
And, I mean, look, I've been to rehabs on every level. I've been to that particular
one. I know. You're legend there.
You got to fucking, that's right.
You're legendary there. Everyone's talking about the Artie Lange suite.
Yeah. And, but so you got to sit through those groups and shit, and knowing that there's no light at the end of the tunnel with you, this is all just complete waste of time.
Yeah,
except for
it was 30 days, but I think people have a misconception about me that would bug me. And before I went is when I was bugged, because I was telling everybody, Keith and my lawyer and everything, I'm going, why the hell do I have to do this? I'm not going down there and sitting in a rehab for 30 days when I didn't do anything wrong, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
You go through that whole thing.
Dude, absolutely.
And then once it was all set and ready to go, I just commit myself to it. I think I'd make a good prisoner because of that.
Yeah,
I just adapt to whatever happens.
And so, I mean, did you have that's an interesting thing because, it's funny, as many rehabs as I've been to, I always, at least in the beginning, fooled myself that I was going to do this for, until something finally stuck this last time. But you go, so I never went down there with like right from the get-go going, fuck this.
Right.
I'm gonna just do this. So I don't know. I would have left, man.
I committed to do the 30 days because it wasn't that bad.
And that place on the intercoastal,
the water's right there. It was.
Right.
I got sent down there at the beginning of April, and it was much warmer than it was up here.
Well, and that place is co-ed, too.
The place is co-ed, all these drunk...
How was the food? Did you have like beef bourguignon and things like that?
The food, you got to cook yourself in the kitchen and shit like that.
Yeah. But the girls, they'd bring in these bombed girls. And again, I have no sympathy or anything. I'm not sitting there going, well, I better not do such and such because I don't want to influence. I'm just looking, going, let's have some fun.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
yeah. Well, so you're the actually worst person for
The
them to
worst
have
person. I was
Yeah.
the friggin' fly in the ointment.
That's the argument I would have made to your lawyer. I would have said, listen,
Yeah.
I'm going to ruin 30 other people.
30 other people that are trying to help themselves.
Right, or maybe, because it's right, when they bring in some of those broads, man, I say it, like some of those meth chicks, you go from Denise Richards to Keith Richards in 3 weeks.
Well,
Crystal meth.
yeah, but the thing is,
Some of they are
God bless
hackers.
both you guys. But you know what? For sitting through group therapy, I can't take complaints and fucking
Oh,
whine.
the
and
group
shit for a
thing was
while.
really weird. It was...
That's all they do down here, though.
Because you sit there, you're in a group, and they would... I remember this one thing they would do is tell you, from 1 to 10... What kind of day you having?
Right.
10
That's
is
the first
great,
thing you gotta say.
1 is bad.
How you feeling,
And yeah, things like that. And I would always be, I go, that's solid 8 today. I'm feeling good. I go, it would be a 9 if I had some beers.
Right.
Make a little joke. But
Yeah.
then there are the same guys that go, I'm having a 1.
No, that's most
This
of
is
them.
terrible. And,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, okay, this is real
Yeah,
for
yeah.
these people. Like, they are in some shit.
Right,
You
right.
know?
No,
And
but-
I'm
but-
just like, hey, do we get to go to Walmart today?
But
Yeah,
you
but
see,
you ever
so
feel
I-
like
I-
saying, you ever feel like saying, shut the fuck up, son, about Sinister 1 already. You know what I mean?
got
It's enough
that
already.
point. I got that there were people in real trouble that were
Well,
trying to help themselves. So I
okay.
never tried to throw a monkey wrench into anyone's works.
Right.
But again, the breaking point was when we went in the pool. They had a beautiful pool
There's a
down
pool there,
They
yeah.
picked a great place.
Right,
Artie.
no, listen, I said, like, Anthony wants to go. Private place. Let's say,
awesome.
yeah, that was the nicest one I've probably been in.
They were there, and these girls would come in. They get in their bathing suit, and they're in the pool. And this one girl's like coming up behind me, and she's grabbing my legs in the pool, and that's the no-no.
Right,
Like
right, you can't touch.
The counselors come over, and they're like, "Hey,
Oh, could
what
be a
happened?"
yes.
So it came out. Somebody said that this girl and me were fooling around in the pool.
Right.
So I get called into the meeting, and the
And
counselor's
that's like you're an adult and
yeah,
you're
I'm
in
an
this.
adult. And it's
Well-
like, were you? Was there anything going on in the pool? I go, no, we were just playing around in the pool. There was some contact, but I go, it was nothing. He goes, well, some people said that she was on you or something. And I was like, it's no. I'm
Okay,
not-
first
what
of
are
all,
you
first
doing?
of all, that story infuriates me because, like, see, the stuff like that only happens in the private rehabs, and these rehabs I just was in for a year with the
Oh,
jail
Jesus.
shit.
That's-
There's no rat. Nobody wants a rat.
Yeah,
like about
yeah.
anything.
How about that?
So
No
these
rat.
like
Snitches
these
get stitches.
these cunt pussies down there, guys or girls, see this go, he was touching her in the pool. That shit never happens.
Yeah, who the fuck would
where
say
I just
something?
was for a year.
Oh, yeah, you'd probably get your ass handed to you.
Yeah, I mean, it's dealt with in another way. Like
Yeah.
there's fighting and there's, that's funny too. The difference in the private rehab and the jail rehabs, because I've been to both, is like when you start a fucking group, it's like you're in jail. These are the same people you'd see in prison.
In prison. Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
And then I was in a halfway house with fucking arsonists, child molesters, guys with violent crimes, And like the first guy, so C-Rock, how you doing? That would be his nickname, C-Rock. And I go, man, I'm looking at a 14-year bid. And that's the 1 to a 10.
Right.
Okay.
You're gonna slap your ass
That
into
guy's
shape.
one you were with was like I had an extra Chardonnay at Christmas.
yeah.
That's because my kid did shitty on the LSATs and ain't getting into Harvard Law, or the deck on my fucking Hamptons home.
Yes.
got off our. This kid's looking
Very
at a
privileged.
14-year jail sentence.
Yeah, jail sentence.
So there's no ratting going on. If you see somebody in the pool, it's like encouraged.
Yeah.
But that's the difference. You got to be. So I remember that. But it's so funny that you're that honest about it, and you were in the beginning. Like I'm not. I don't give a shit.
I said I'm not. I went along with doing the projects that they wanted me to do.
There's art therapy. You got to
The
draw.
art therapy was ridiculous
Yeah.
because I've always watched programs like that, documentaries on things, and HBO would have things like that, and I'd watch and go, what kind of bullshit psycho babble is this?
Yeah.
And now I'm sitting there, they're putting a piece of fucking construction paper and crayons in front of me. I'm
It's like the second
what
grade.
happened?
Draw the happiest time in your life. Draw, write a goodbye letter to your drug. I know that once.
Right. That one.
You did that?
Yeah.
Alcohol, I guess.
Alcohol. But I kept telling the
Dear
guy,
Al.
I go, I'm really, and they said because obviously one of the steps is you have to know that you have a problem.
Admitting
You have
it.
to admit it.
Yeah.
And
you're powerless over it.
admit
That's
that-
step one.
Your life is out of control.
Yes.
And I went to the counselor and I said, look, I've had some out of control moments
But your
in my
life's not
life
out of
from
control.
booze.
Right.
I go, but my life isn't out of control because of booze.
Right.
I have drank, and then the big thing they go is yet, not out of control yet.
Well,
it's like I don't
They
know.
want to hook really in.
I
It's like they
Uber
put the
now when
kibosh
I go out.
It's like putting the kibosh on you. What the hell's wrong with them?
Yeah,
Well, no,
well,
they're trying to. In other words, they're trying to justify the fact that you're there. First
Yeah,
of all,
right.
You know,
Exactly.
It's good that they allowed you to get a private one, but I'm saying, it's so funny. You got to write a goodbye letter to your drug, and then look. I'm just gonna have to write another hello letter as soon as I get out of here.
yeah. How do you do again? Yeah, because I
missed you for a month.
immediately started drinking again, like right in the airport when they drove me. They drove me to the airport over there in Florida, and I went right to the bar and said, "Give me a cold Bud." Because I knew I wasn't going to play a charade. I could have not drank there, and then maybe a week at home.
Did they have random urine tests there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they did. That's right. I forgot. I guess
They
they do,
would
yeah.
be
So you
like,
couldn't have kicked
Anthony, it's
that.
your time.
Right.
Piss test. Oh, I'd have to piss test. And then when I came home, I had to attend some counseling things. But the woman shrink that I was seeing for the alcohol thing didn't give a shit. Like, she'd make me piss in a cup, kind of look at something, but I'd been drinking. I don't know if it picks up. Does it pick up drinking? Because the drugs, I just don't do drugs.
There's a cup. It's funny you ask that because the cups that you piss in normally, sometimes I have to get an extra dipping stick for alcohol.
Oh, for booze? Yeah, they never did that. I was handing her money, and she was fucking just writing it off.
Oh, really? There you go.
Yeah, no problem. And then I had it. But then here's one of the this one was crazy. I had to, because it was a domestic violence thing.
Yeah.
I had to go to a domestic violence class.
Right.
And this woman, it was a woman and myself alone in this relatively small office, and she would pop in these VHS cassettes of toxic masculinity and all that shit. So I'm watching it.
The woke generation.
Dude, I'm watching it, and she's showing me and wants me to then talk about what I saw and what was this violence towards women, even if it wasn't physical. But the fucked up thing was they're showing clips of Dice. They're showing clips of you, Artie.
When?
From the Howard Show.
Really?
It's talking about stuff, and it was a bunch of videos of men telling jokes that were deemed sexist or something. so they stop it.
Wow.
I go, is it a problem if I know some of the guys in the fucking don't do this video?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I know the guys in the do not do video.
Well,
I didn't know that.
Oh,
So
it was
it's like,
awesome.
Like Dice's stand-up?
Yeah, Dice doing his stand-up. It was a few stand-ups, you on Howard. And it was just, I'm like, this lady doesn't have any clue what I do here.
That's hilarious. Well, were you recognized a lot down there?
Yeah. Down at the rehab was, it was
So
great.
what? I mean, again, that's something else I can relate to. That can be very stressful.
It's a little stressful.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like, you don't want to. But they seemed for the most part to be pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
We would just watch
They try to
TV.
be.
A lot of watching TV. But
a
there
lot
are
of
some people
killing
that are
time.
real. They got big problems, and they're not good to be around.
Oh, some of the fucking stories you hear, man.
Oh, tragic.
I told you I do in my stand-up act. I do the last special I had on Comedy Central. I put this in a guy in a group therapy came in and said that he kidnapped his best friend's baby and sold it for angel dust. That's what he started up. That's what he started it.
yeah, but is this any
Wow.
Is this any worse than I have major OCD, right? I've been in the hospital 3 times.
For OCD?
Yes. With
Yeah.
anxiety, but the thing is,
anxiety.
is a
anxiety.
psych ward any worse than this?
No, absolutely. A psych ward where you would go up, absolutely.
It's
When you went to
worse.
You
a
would go.
hospital psych ward.
It's worse than this. Or
This
not?
is like
Doesn't it
this
look
where he went to
relaxing
like
in the movies, though, sometimes, like a psych ward?
Well, if you're medicated.
Like
but
One
there,
Flew
yeah,
Over
but
the
there are
Cuckoo's
various
Nest
levels
looks
of people
fun.
there, though. Because
well, when Jack Nicholson's there.
Well, maybe when Nicholson's
no, but there
there.
were various levels of people. I mean, anybody.
You're not gonna fucking tell me that
No,
now.
no, no.
Chris, right? You're not gonna fucking tell me that now. We gotta watch the World Series.
No, but I'm saying anybody really.
Like a great
no,
movie.
but anybody real dangerous was locked away.
Yeah. What do you mean? There's nothing locked away here. These are this.
Oh, no,
the
you
place
walk
No,
around
he
like
I'm
went.
saying like
the
in a
place he went
psych
is.
thing. It's
like a
different
college,
because,
dorm
like, there were
campus.
people there. Like there was one guy there was a college professor that had problem. There was whatever, but I mean, real dangerous people.
You're behind
are away.
locked doors, though.
Yeah. No, well, in a
was-
psych ward, no, because I've been to those too. You don't lock the doors because they have
No.
to get in case you try to commit suicide. They have to
Oh,
get in there.
shit.
They have to get in there.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
They don't lock the doors.
That's scary.
Oh,
Those
boy.
are really scary because I was there 3 times.
Yeah.
One guy was a professor from Columbia. He thought he was doing his thesis over there. You know?
Oh, those real smart, like guys who were out
Yeah,
of
those
it,
guys that snapped because they're too
yeah,
smart.
really.
Like, absolutely. Like,
You think too much.
Like,
Scary, though.
like if Elon Musk.
Yeah. Elon Musk. I
Is it
think
more,
cars
is it more
and rocket
dangerous for you
ships.
guys?
Right.
What? Oh, now.
Mental
Is it more dangerous for you guys? Where I
No,
was?
what I'm trying to fucking say, if you let me get a word out.
Okay, sorry.
Is where he was is like a country club.
Okay.
Compared to that, there's nothing. There's
awesome.
like rich drunks who go there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know,
It
or
was-
rich housewives that are hooked on Xanax, shit
Okay.
like that. Which,
Right.
That can be crazy because I've been a couple of those really like those really wealthy. There's one place in Connecticut I went called Silver Hill, which is a real upscale place after I left Stern, and it's these women take 0.5 milligram of Xanax every day for like 30 years, just 0.5 milligram, and then when you take that fucking away from them, holy shit!
Wow.
I mean, no, they get like Nicholson and Cuckoo's Nest.
Holy shit,
I mean,
it's
they're
not- and it's
screaming. like,
just
I
a
need
half.
I need my pill. If you take it consistently like that, it gets to be nuts.
Well, that's what they did too when they put me in detox, because before you go into rehab, you got to go to detox.
Right.
And there's no ifs, ands, or buts. This is just what they do.
Yeah.
And I hadn't even
Where'd
had
you
a
do that?
drink in days. It was pretty close to the facility.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it was down there, and that place is even better because they were just cute girls down there, all kinds of fucked up.
It's South Florida.
It
We're
was
talking about.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I go in there, and that's I've told the story before, but I hadn't drank for days before I even went there, so I didn't need to detox. I wasn't having the DTs or anything, but they stick to one procedure. I walked up to the window when they called my name, and they gave me a Xanax. And I'm like, I don't need this. I'm fine. And she goes, no, you have to take it.
That's rare that someone's turning down a Xanax.
I didn't want. She goes, no, you have to take it. And
Yeah.
I took it. Within 10 minutes of arriving in this whole journey of rehab,
You're high.
I was fucking high
Oh,
as
yeah.
fuck,
No.
sitting on a couch watching TV with one of the greatest Xanax buzzes.
No, I was terrified of Xanax. She got me
It was
like
awesome.
to the world of
How
Xanax.
often did you have to take it?
It's like every day.
Every day you took a Xanax.
Yeah,
And then-
they
and
gave
then
you
what
a
happens-
Xanax. They
and then-
weaned you off
They
of it.
weaned you off of him.
Yeah, but it was like that was so you didn't get the shakes or convulsion for alcohol. And I understand if you're doing a handle of vodka
yeah.
a day, you probably need that.
And
but,
you've never been close to DTs,
oh
right?
my God, no! I've had some pretty kick-ass hangovers. But
I mean, again, that's a unique experience going into it.
oh
Like
yeah,
that. There's
it was.
no,
But again, like 30 days, you might think of it as like, wow, you'd be pissed or that. I liked it. It was
Right.
kind of enlightening and
The vacation almost.
yeah, why not?
that's what it sounds like.
Yeah,
That's what it
educational. Learned a little something, met some people.
Hey, Mikey, today's episode is sponsored by Tommy John. That's right. Me and Tommy John go way back to the Stern days. They make those most comfortable underwear in the world. It's the most comfortable underwear in the world.
I got to get a pair.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they are insanely comfortable. I wear them myself. I do. You know how most underwear you buy bunches up and stretches out? Not Tommy John. They make their stuff from their special material. It's soft, stretchy, and breathable.
Wow.
I can't say enough about this fabric. It's definitely the secret ingredient that puts Tommy John a cut above the rest. This stuff moves with you and keeps everything right and tight, Mike. You understand? Plus, they have the stay put waistband. It's thick and strong, not like those pussy waistbands that get all floppy and stretched out
Oh, they're the worst.
after a few washes. And Tommy John makes underwear for women now, too. Bras, panties, whatever you need, ladies. And all with the same best pair you'll ever wear or it's free guarantee. Best pair you'll ever wear or it's free guarantee. That's right. If you don't love your first pair of Tommy John underwear, they'll give you a full refund. Order online at TommyJohn.com/Artie for 20% of your first order, or look for them in over 1,200 retail locations across the country. That website again is TommyJohn.com/Artie for 20% off. TommyJohn.com/Artie. Tommy John. No adjustment necessary. Artie Lange's Halfway House is brought to you by Blue Chew. Mike, you like staying hard during sex, right?
I love being hard day and night.
Oh, my God, that's the creepiest thing I've ever heard. Guys, let's talk about sex. Good sex. Now you can increase your performance and get that extra confidence in bed. Listen up. BlueChew.com. That's blue like the color blue. Blue Chew brings the first chewable with the same FDA-approved active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis. You can take them anytime, day or night, even on a full stomach. And since they're chewable, they work up to twice as fast as a pill, so you can be ready whenever an opportunity arises. If you could benefit from extra function and more confidence where it counts, Blue Chew is the fast and easy way to enhance your performance. Blue Chew is prescribed online by licensed physicians, so you don't have to go to the doctor's office or wait in line at the pharmacy, and it ships right to your door in a discreet package. They're made in the USA, and since Blue Chew prepares and ships direct, they're cheaper than a pharmacy. Right now, we've got a special deal for our listeners. Visit BlueChew.com and get your first shipment free when you use our special promo code ARTIE, A-R-T-I-E. Just pay $5 shipping. Again, that's Blue, B-L-U-E Chew.com, promo code ARTIE. Try it for free. Blue Chew is the better, cheaper, faster choice, and we thank them for sponsoring the podcast. Get 20% off and free shipping when you use the code ARTIE, A-R-T-I-E, at Manscaped.com. That's Manscaped.com, and use the promo code ARTIE for 20% off your first order. Get Manscaped and keep your balls clean in 2020.
How's Beavis? I meant to ask you, right? I love that cat.
My cat Beavis is fine. It's probably what gave me my fat lip and
Oh, no, what
allergic.
What happened at
I
a
don't know,
Super
I
Bowl party?
swelled
You
up
woke
or
up with a fat lip?
Yeah, I woke up with like a swollen lip and that, and it must have been some allergic reaction or something, but who the fuck knows? You reach an age. Like I was saying the other day, I wake up, my foot is pounding hurting for no reason.
Oh, no.
I call Dr. Steve, who's our resident doctor guy. And
Right.
It's like, oh, and then they start giving you everything. Don't go to WebMD, you'll have cancer and everything. You go to WebMD, it shows a picture, a drawing of someone like scratching their hand.
Right.
And it goes, first sign of leukemia. You're like, well, I can scratch my hand all the time. The fuck are you doing?
They're like freaking people out over
Clickbait.
there.
I'm getting older. Like, I'm getting to be like an old Jewish couple with my fucking anxiety. I told you, if I feel a cramp, I'm like, oh, I have Lou Gehrig's disease.
Of course,
Yeah.
but it's
How
so
can I
normal.
not have something wrong with me?
It must be. You have to have something
No,
wrong
but,
with it.
yeah, but if I get a bad headache, I'm like, I have a brain tumor.
Brain tumor,
you know
of
what I mean?
course.
It's horrible.
What else could it be?
When I first went to the doctor, like, he wanted to check my liver. And he told me that I didn't have insurance at the time. And he
Did
goes,
you put a mechanic suit on? Like, get a creeper? It's like, this is going to be a job.
He goes like this. He goes, I'm going to try to give you a test. I think you have a fatty liver. And he told me what the test cost. I'm like, listen, what are the odds I don't have a fatty liver? Why don't we just go with a yes? Just put down yes. And then,
Right.
And then tell me what you're going to tell me. What, don't drink? I fucking know.
Right.
It's like people who go to a gym to lose weight. Stop eating and walk a little bit. I mean, what the fuck, right?
Right.
Like, you know how to lose weight.
If you think you can just
They like making tests.
go to the gym
Cash.
and still do what you're doing and lose weight, you're
No.
fooling yourself there.
No, you can't inhale a pizza and then, like,
Right.
you know, walk.
No.
I worked out. Now I can have pizza.
Right.
No, you're right. You can't fucking eat
That's
eight
awesome.
pizzas.
There's no genius fucking equation to it, and but I do feel like you just said when you were talking before the show. You know, you're getting older, and it's like so you think everything is going to be like you said. You got an ache in your foot.
Yeah.
and you're like, what is that? That's
And it could be forever.
it's going to kill me.
Like that's going to be the rest of your life till your dying day. Your foot's going to fucking be in agonizing pain.
What happened?
Or
Did
it
it blow
goes
up?
away tomorrow.
Right.
And it went away tomorrow. That's what happened. I was walking through Penn Station after my show to get to the train, and I was like, my foot, I couldn't walk on it. And I'm
Wow.
like, this is bad. Because I've always thought, whenever you see some old guy, and I'm not talking 80 years old.
Yeah.
I'm just talking a guy in his 60s or something.
Yeah.
And he's hunched over and he's limping. And I look and I just think like, just stand up straight and fucking walk.
Right.
What are you doing? And then
Like
when
it's in
I
their
couldn't
head.
walk, I'm like, oh fuck, I can't walk.
No, it's horrible.
And
Maybe
but
it is in your
went
head
away.
though.
But then
Like,
it went away. Yeah.
Anxiety could cause that.
Stress
know,
could-
yeah.
The gout is the worst.
Yeah, the gout.
This is Goutfire.
Sounds like a
the
yeah.
gout is so fucking
1820.
painful.
That-
You can't get
gout.
up.
No, that's like having scurvy. Or
Yeah.
something.
What about your rheumatiz? How is that?
I'd get my rheumatiz medicine, Jed.
I'm dying of consumption.
Yeah, the consumption or the vapors.
Mike has everything that Edgar Allan Poe's wives died from.
I did, really.
Edgar
Yeah, but the gout is so
Edgar
fucking
Allan
painful.
Poe had 4 wives who died from consumption of the gout.
The gout is so painful.
But what is the gout? I've never, surprisingly enough, I've never had the gout. It's like a bunch of Russian dressing just like
No,
goes into your
it's so
foot.
painful you can't even get up. You can't even stand up.
But it's from eating creamy foods.
It's a buildup of uric acid
That's
in your
what it is.
joints.
Yeah.
And it fucking supposedly attacks
That's
like your
what it
feet
is.
and it really hurts. But and it could cause the bones to get like spiky
Oh, yeah.
and shit.
Yeah, so
Oh.
there was a guy again in the rehab I was just in. He got the gout. This guy Will, and you couldn't even put a sheet over his foot.
Oh,
like
no,
you put a
it's that
sheet over
bad.
his foot, he fucking went nuts. I said, I don't know how the hell you're
because
still here.
You feel like
I don't
blowing
know.
your foot
That's
up with a
bad.
shotgun.
At
That's
that
how
point,
much it
pull the
hurts.
sheet over your head. You're
No,
fucking done.
I'm saying, the shit you got to do anyway. He's in a wheelchair in his jail rehab. I'm like, what the fuck, man? This is just not what I signed up for.
you get out
to look
walking,
at that.
you're
Yeah.
in good shape. That's fucking...
I used to fucking at this rehab I was just in Paterson, New Jersey. There were all these great old black guys who were like these old school dudes from the '70s. Watching animal shows with those guys.
Shit!
I said to myself, I wish Anthony could hear this. I said, I wish I was on Cumia still to talk about this. And they were watching animal shows, and they would be like, "Yeah, fucking lion gonna eat that motherfucker, man. You get fucking old lion. The elephant gonna step on his ass. Elephant gonna step on his ass, man. Then you go, I'm married to a wildebeest." Like they're just high fiving. They were the most fun guys.
Not quite Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom.
No, and I said that there should be a show,
Yeah.
like an animal show, an Animal Planet, where it's these three fucking guys.
I'd watch that in a second.
It's like the three guys and do the right thing. And Mike Tyson dream about kicking my ass, me to wake up and apologize.
Black people are the
that's
best
what-
creative people cursing-wise. I love them.
Oh, look at that.
There you go.
No, they really
There's
are,
a
because-
woke. There's a woke comment.
No, but the thing is, they're the greatest people curses. The creative with it. Super
Yeah, yeah.
You're
creative.
setting the bar a little
They're
low.
super
for them
creative.
right there.
They're
so
super
creative they could curse in ways we white people couldn't
No,
think
it's
of.
Mike,
Sure.
why don't you say that in blackface? I want to put Mike. I want to get a freight car of blackface and put Mike in it, and have him be Justin Trudeau, the Canadian guy.
Yeah, some people got away with it. That other
Yeah.
guy down there in where is it? Virginia.
Well, how about Whoopi Goldberg was all pissed off? Remember Ted Danson?
Ted
did it?
Danson.
And two Whoopi Goldberg at a Friars Club.
right to it at the Friars Rose. Yeah, some people get away with it.
But it's selective
And
outrage.
she defended him.
yeah.
She defended him.
It's
Yeah.
selective
Yep.
outrage. That's what it is.
No,
Well,
I just
there's a
hate
lot
that.
of that.
These guys, clearly, this Trudeau guy, this liberal guy, it's clearly, maybe race is an issue with him, and it's like but he got off. He got off.
Yeah, they don't attack them as
yeah.
badly.
No,
I know,
some
it's
people
crazy.
get off the hook because it's selective outrage. Some people they would hang by the balls. Some
yeah.
people
Well,
get away
speaking
with
of that, this is in the news as we tape this. Mike, I didn't realize, the Ari Shafir thing, that tweet about Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, Kobe Bryant.
That was a rough one, man. I'm the last one to fucking, look, I've had my moments on Twitter. I've said stuff out loud. It's hard to defend. That was rough. You know why? Because again, okay, Kobe Bryant had some issues. He was acquitted, but it's like his beautiful daughter was killed.
Oh, I know.
And
Well,
the 7 other people.
yeah.
So, and I think there's a thing in comedy now where there's this, and I like Ari. I don't know what's gonna happen. And again, I'd be a hypocrite if I said if I started bashing someone. But that was that was bad.
I think Ari.
And it was so soon.
Yeah. And you know what? It was so soon that, and this is Ari's side of the story, and I've heard it, and, he said he didn't know the kids had died at that time.
You got to get the details, but yeah.
Like, maybe get the details. And he is known for posting horrific shit
Right,
about
but-
that.
yeah.
But it's usually got a little more of a joke to it than just, hey, I'm glad this guy's dead.
Yeah, the good guys. I mean, and then there's like the pic. It is so sad to see him with that little girl,
Oh, I know.
and to realize
I
how
know.
she died and stuff. So he's got a rough road ahead. But I'm
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
this is like, and I'll get to Mike's opinion on this in a second. But this is
I'm
like.
gonna let that fucking idiot have it.
He doesn't
I
like Ari,
hate that
but
scumbag.
and again, I have no problem with Ari.
No.
But that was a wrong move, and we've all made wrong moves.
I
But,
think, yeah, well.
but there's a thing in comedy now where if you're the other side of this politically correct, and again, I really think when I was doing your show and Crashing at the same time,
Yeah.
I should be in some sort of Book of World Records because I was working with Judd Apatow and Pete Holmes and,
hilarious.
and HBO and Anthony Cumia at the same time.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I was friendly with both sides.
Yeah. You were like a Jew in the Third Reich.
It was weird. I was a middleman.
Yeah.
And but I'm saying so if again, one of the things Ari did say to defend himself was, it's my brand. This is the shit I
Yeah.
do, which is that you're digging a bigger hole. You just at this point, just let it be. You just try to let the fire go out. But I think some comics who are not the woke side, or is that, I guess, a new word for political correctness?
Yeah,
woke.
woke.
I can't stand
Well,
it.
it's fucking
You have to
nonsense.
say it because it's the only way to fucking identify it.
yeah.
But if
Explain
you're the other side of it, like probably the side that we would be on, and maybe Ari, whatever. I think there's going to be this trend now where you want to be crazy, you want to be so offensive, and it might cost you a lot more than you think.
Then, yes,
You know
still.
what I mean? Like, because you just said, you made the point. Even if you don't have a joke, you'll just say it just to be fucking
Just
shocking.
to be outrageous
Right.
and shocking.
And
I
that's going to
think-
hurt you, man.
Here's what happened. We kind of got this little glimmer of light at the end of the tunnel with Bill Burr's special.
Yeah.
And what's his name? Chappelle.
Right.
A couple of things like, are we getting back to that? And then these poor bastards go, cool, and throw something out there. It's like, no, you're not impervious yet.
Right.
You're not,
exactly. There's
so you
certain
wind up
people.
getting
There's
fucked.
certain people who can, get away with it.
Other people ain't
Hollywood,
getting away with it.
Hollywood Machine gets away with it. Those guys get away with it.
But why do you? But you came in really pissed off at Ari. Why do you hate Ari Shaffir?
He's a scumbag. I don't
He was arrogant to Mike.
Very arrogant.
He was arrogant to you.
But isn't everyone that way? I feel you should hate
No,
me.
he's just a fucking arrogant pile of shit. I can't
Wow.
stand
Oh,
him.
there you go. But not because of this latest thing, because of stuff
No,
in
he's
the
just
past.
a fucking douchewad. I don't like him.
I've just always liked Ari. I've never had a problem with him. I don't have
yeah,
a
yeah,
problem
but you know
with
what?
this
Because
either.
you know what? I like him
as
because
much
the,
as other people
the industry
do.
loves arrogant cocksuckers like him. That's why.
Wow.
Because most of them
Fucking
are.
well,
Say it
they-
again.
The industry likes arrogant cocksucking idiots like him because most of them are.
Well, the
That's
industry's not liking him now.
Well, yeah, no, it's true.
kinda
No, but
getting
that,
on
they
his-
will. No,
They
the
love
industry,
arrogance.
the industry will
though.
retreat.
They
baby.
love arrogance. They fucking love. You know they love arrogance as well as I do.
I
They
thought you
love
said
arrogant
arrogance.
assholes like him.
Yeah. Well, okay. Jesus Christ, Mike.
But,
What the fuck did he do to you?
No, but the thing is, but at the same time,
Were
they
you
will-
on the helicopter?
But those pussies will go running for cover now too. At the same time,
Yeah. How was he arrogant?
I
to
just
you?
don't want to talk about that dickhead. I'd
Okay.
rather
Wow.
end it now.
Well, clearly you don't want to talk about him.
No, but the thing is that all
This
people.
might actually. This is the time to bash Ari if you want to get a sitcom.
all people.
So maybe this will work.
Yeah,
for
but
you.
all people that that kissed his ass are fucking pussies running for cover now.
Running for cover
I know,
from...
that's L.A., bro. That's.
Yeah,
have you
LA
ever
is
spent
crazy.
time in L.A.?
Yeah.
Did you ever live there?
It's not in L.A. proper.
Yeah.
I visited L.A. enough and been around the comedy club circles to see that whole head and attitude and what goes on out here in New York.
Well,
and
yeah.
it's
Well,
just,
Artie
they
told-
are...
It's different because my first break was in the LA system, network television, studio movies, the stand-up world, blah, blah, blah. And then I got into radio, and then and there's a different type of asshole in radio. A radio asshole executive is very different than an LA executive, but they're both assholes.
That's hilarious.
They're
they
both
are.
They're a different breed of asshole and liar.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know what Artie told me recently? He goes, Mike, you're turning hip. He goes, I hate when you hip. He goes,
I said I could see your hip.
you know what he goes? He goes to this to me. He goes, you're dying to sit on the couch at Largo in L.A. next to John Stewart.
Mike says a lot of shit to me, like he's trying not to be offensive, and it sounds like you're trying to get a deal. You're 64 in a cardigan sweater.
No, but he said, he said to me, he goes, you're dying to sit on the couch next to John Stewart at Largo and fucking Beverly Hills.
Unless they remake Everyone Loves Raymond, there's a role for Peter Boyle's dad.
There's, you want to keep your doors open.
Right.
Out there. You're not going to offend someone like Judd Apatow or anything that might be able to do
No,
something
Judd is awesome.
for
Ari's-
you.
Ari's
See,
a knucklehead.
See, look, he's running for cover
Judd,
like you said.
No, listen to this. Judd, these are all my pals who I'd love to work with. Judd,
Have you ever met them?
for like 3 seconds. Very nice.
Here's the pals I want to... Mr. Steven Spielberg, you may have
Oh,
heard
wait.
of him.
Bob Odenkirk, Judd, listen to this. Sandler, Will Ferrell, all the good guys.
But
There
if there
you
are
go.
people that you're
He's
not...
hit everybody.
The people that you're not going to work
Alyssa
with... Anyway,
Milano.
make your wishes higher.
Yeah.
Spielberg, Lucas...
Right.
Alyssa Milano,
Kubrick.
Well,
Tarantino,
everybody on the board at DreamWorks.
Tarantino.
Tarantino.
Elon Musk. Mike's going to be a...
Bob Tarantino? Does he have a...
What about the Harvey Weinstein shit is like...
Oh, it's getting crazy.
and how it's connected to politics. Like, isn't it amazing how like Epstein is
Yeah.
connected to the Clintons and Weinstein's connected to the Clintons and
Easy.
and that creepy plane with Bill Clinton. Like, how does Hillary Clinton get away with defending
with
those people?
a log
Yeah.
of people that have flown in it that says Bill Clinton.
Right.
Like there's no saying he
Pictures
didn't
of him.
go there.
Yeah.
And how do you deny it just by going, yeah, but I don't know.
No, I mean, look at the other way. Trump says that stars can grab a chick's pussy. He didn't rape a chick in the fucking Oval Office, for Christ's sake.
He said they're in there for power.
Yeah.
They love it. Oh,
Right.
they'll let you do anything. You could grab him by the pussy, which was an example, an overinflated example of
Yeah.
him saying you could do anything.
Right.
And then he picked out like the worst thing you could do. Not that he goes. And then they put it like, oh, he admitted he grabs girls by the pussy. It's like, no.
Yeah,
it was,
but they're all pricks at the end of the day because you know why? You know the Clintons were grabbing George Washington's silverware.
See
on the
now,
way
Mike,
out.
Mike,
You know
you're
what I
using,
mean?
Mike, you're using a different theory now. Now you're insulting people that could affect your career.
Oh boy.
You
Oh,
got to
no.
be careful. You just complimented all these people, and now you're insulting politicians who could have those people killed.
No, but the thing with the politicians, right? I mean, come on, Clintons were fucking stealing.
Would you have blown Weinstein to get a role in a Tarantino movie, a Miramax?
How big is the role?
Would you have let him grope you?
Right. Would you let him jerk off on your cardigan?
What is the cash element involved? How big is the role?
Yeah. How big's the role?
But
Oh,
I'm
okay,
saying
no.
now he's got to face, like, again, like the Cosby thing. Broads just keep coming out of the fucking woodwork.
with more and more insane stories.
Yeah.
Did you hear the latest one that he doesn't have testicles?
Yeah.
And he
yeah.
smells.
How are you in
and
court like that?
I don't know where that comes from.
He appeared to have a vagina, she
Yeah,
said.
he appeared to have a vagina. The story is great because
I mean, he's in front of her.
she came to his hotel room, and then he made a move on her. She said no, and he starts forcing himself on her.
Oh, no.
So she goes, I just didn't know what to do, so I kept backing up, and I backed into the bedroom. She says this, and then she kept backing up, trying to get him away, and fell backwards on the bed.
Wow.
Whoa, my
Uh-oh, yeah,
God.
there
What
you
are the
go.
odds? You couldn't have picked the kitchen?
It sounds like
I
Desiree
know.
Washington.
Yeah.
No, but the problem
That's
is,
right.
I think Mike Tyson. I don't think Mike Tyson raped that girl. I think he got set
I
up.
think he
I
was-
really
he
think
was
he got
set
set up.
up.
I don't know.
He was
I don't know.
Shanghaied, I
I mean,
think he's
listen,
right.
listen. I hope the girl wasn't raped, but I don't think she was. But that's just my opinion. The problem is, even Tyson, it was just one. I mean, like Cosby and Weinstein, it's like constant.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think he's in trouble.
They come out of nowhere now.
Yeah, I think he's
like
in trouble.
even Kobe got away with something if he did something.
Yeah, that was a weird
But
story.
who knows?
That was a weird story.
And it's like, oh, he paid her off to keep her quiet. Sometimes you just pay money to get the fuck out of the situation.
That's sure,
Because it's
that's
going to
it.
take you forever. The court cases.
if you got the money,
My divorce, I bailed on an actual trial for divorce 15 seconds into the trial. Dominic Barbara, that fuck,
Yeah.
he got
Oh,
up
no.
there. He was my wife's attorney.
Oh God.
He gets up there
Oh,
and he's
God.
like,
Well, Anthony, how about we start by talking about the how you opened up the marital bed to other women?
Yeah. Bye.
and I see the New York Post and
What
Daily
year
News
was
guys.
this? What year was this? So you were a celebrity.
Oh,
At this point, yeah,
I
yeah.
had already,
Yeah.
And I was waiting. I was waiting for this to be over to sign my big contract.
Right.
And they just kept postponing it, knowing. And then I see the Daily News and the Post guys writing like, oh, here it is, the threesome story, and this one and that. So I was like, okay, can we talk? We go in a
Struggle.
room. I
You know
said,
why?
all right, give me a reasonable offer to end this right now.
Right.
And it was not reasonable as far as I was concerned, but I was willing to just get it the fuck over with.
Gotta get the fuck
Yeah,
out
And
of
get
here.
all
now
the nonsense
recently,
out of your life.
I gave her over $1 million.
Oh wow.
And just recently, there's a picture someone sent me of mugshot of her in South Carolina for shoplifting something under $50.
Get out of here.
Yeah, just
Really?
looking disheveled.
Justice has been served.
Yes, I know. That's what I thought. She blew
No
the whole thing.
kidding.
She blew it all.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're a great guy.
I
That's
love
a
it.
that's
I
crazy.
love
Oh,
this
yeah.
because you're a great guy. Justice has been served.
I'm not that
I love
great,
that.
but
You see,
I do like that it was served.
15 seconds in.
Yeah, 15
So,
seconds
but
in. I was
do you
like,
think that was Dominic's game plan?
oh, of course.
Yeah.
And he's such a fucking scumbag with, like, I would walk in the courtroom. I have my lawyer who's all business and stuff. He sucked, but at least he was all business.
Right.
And Dominic would go to the judge. He's like, oh, look at it. Hey, Anthony. Hold on, Judge. Hold on. Do the impression.
Oh God.
And I'm in the courtroom
Wow.
like going, this isn't fun and game
Wow,
time, Dominic.
wow.
He was just that guy.
Do the impression of the judge you were just doing.
Yeah, how about that one?
Yeah.
Order. And then I saw that whole thing that happened with Dominic. With
Right,
he
yeah.
lost his ability to practice law. His house got repoed out east.
Crazy.
Long Island. He got arrested at the Miracle Mile Mall up there on the North Shore of Long Island for stealing a pocketbook.
Oh my God.
And the last time I saw him, he was at the train station, Mineola. At Mineola there. And he was in a car. He rolled the window and he goes, Anthony, how you doing? And it was like an old Toyota.
Oh,
like,
really?
He's just devastated.
No
He
kidding. I
lost
didn't know that.
everything. Yeah.
I don't know that.
So
wow.
I was like, oh, good.
I think it was a Miracle Whip Ball.
Yeah. He came to my house after the shit happened with that girl and I got arrested.
Right.
He came to my house and was like,
I just want to talk to you about, maybe if you got any problems, if you ever need any help. Like this scumbag.
After all that shit happened.
after all that shit.
I don't know his voice, but he sounds like
People
an
are like
updated
him.
Vito Corleone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just think that's a, like, the whole divorce thing. Like, there's a couple of wealthy people I know that they just decided to. One of my favorite stories, and again, I might be getting some of this wrong, but Sam Simon, the guy who created The Simpsons, I was good friends with, helped co-created The Simpsons. So he got like $1 billion from The Simpsons.
Huge.
At the time, he was married to Jennifer Tilly. And the story was, and I don't know if this is true or not, but the story was that the one piece of advice Jennifer gave him in the marriage was don't take The Simpsons, don't do that stupid cartoon.
Christ.
And he didn't. He went against it. But he was telling me stories that about the money, where when you have that kind of money, yeah. And Jennifer, I work with her in a movie. She's the greatest girl, but you really gotta. Again, it's like the Michael Jordan thing when he gave that $275 million to his wife. Like she was not shooting free throws.
No, she wasn't the one shooting free throws.
Half of it.
Yeah, I was talking about with my wife. I said I was successful despite her fucking being involved in my life.
Right.
She was always the one. I'd be at a gig and the general manager and program director and executives and sales staff, they're all there. And there's my wife literally falling off a bar stool on the floor. Like, I got to deal with that shit.
Yeah.
It was the worst. So, yeah, when it came time, like, I just got to get her out of my life.
I took a
no
chick.
kids, no fuck.
I was on the sitcom with Norm Macdonald for 2 years on ABC. So the networks have this thing they call the upfronts in May in New York City. Everybody from LA comes out, and they introduce to all the advertisers what the schedule is going to be that year on the network. So we got picked up for a second year, and Norm didn't want to come back from LA. And I was back in New York for like the summer, and he goes, "Hey, you just go to the fucking thing." He goes, "You can sit next to Michael Eisner and all those fucks over there to bring a broad." And I'm like, "All right." So I knew this I was single at the time. I knew this really hot stripper chick, sexy as hell. Like, and I said, "Hey, I got this big like ABC party. You want to come by?" And I said, it's going to be like all like the head of Disney, the head of ABC and shit. Oh my God, yeah. She gets all dolled up, and she was so fucking hot. She had this short black hair, like a tiger miniskirt on. Like it was turning heads in this part. Like I had no reason to be with this boy. But I'm just trying to fuck. So I pick her up. And I'm kind of making out with her in the cab and shit like that. I'm like, I'm gonna fuck this chick later. And we get to the we get to the party, and she starts fucking just wafting down, not wine. She was like Dean Martin. She was drinking martinis. She was drinking, I think she was drinking a gin martini.
Oh.
Who the fuck
And
does
you're looking
that?
at the size of her, just thinking, this is not
She
going to
drank
take
like
long.
Babe Ruth. And she was like 102 pounds. So we go to, now literally, Norm was right. I'm sitting at a table next to Michael Eisner, who's the head of Disney, which owns ABC. So he's the head muckety muck guy here. And she's drunk. Who's this guy? Why is everybody kissing his ass? Blah, blah. She got a cigarette. We're supposed to smoke. Charlie Sheen is at the table because he was on Spin City at the time. And all these other people from, I think the Dharma chick from Dharma and Greg. This is the late 90s. Okay.
These are all their big people from their stable, yeah.
Right. So she's drunk, and you could tell Eisner has no idea. I introduced myself to him a little bit, and he's like looking like, what? He's getting more and more annoyed.
Oh, no.
And right at the moment where I thought he was just going to, punch me in the face or something like that, or tell me to leave, she goes, "Come here, you." And she tries to grab my balls. So she goes like this. She completely misses my crotch, and she grabs the table. She grabs the table, and you hear like a smack. And she just grabs the wood of the table. And she doesn't feel it. And she screams out, "Where's your fucking dick?"
Oh, no.
No. Oh,
That's
my
what she screamed
God.
out. Like you just heard this, and then you heard that. And then, I had to so I get rid of her. I get her up, and I'm like, let's go outside. And I'm like, you got to calm the fuck down. She's like, no, I'm here to have fun. Then she's one of those chicks that gets violent.
Never marry a wop.
Yeah, right. No, exactly.
Oh, God.
That's exactly what it was like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So I'm like, just calm the fuck down. So now I go inside, I'm talking to some people, and I lose her, and I go in the men's room. She's in the men's room talking to Charlie Sheen.
Oh no!
She's sitting on the sink talking to Charlie Sheen, and I'm like, and I wasn't like I wasn't dating the girl,
Yeah,
but I'm saying
you're not.
it was kind of funny to me as a comic. I said I can't wait to tell this story,
Yeah.
but then at the same time I said I might get fired too. So I said let's get the fuck out of here. I left early, and then we went to some club Spa down on 13th Street, and I lost her. I lost her in the club. I said
She
thank
just-
God.
yeah.
I said it's better off. The trouble of fucking her.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, God,
Please,
no.
that would have been.
Yeah.
Regardless of how
If I
awesome
could have,
she must have been.
if I could have, I
Yeah,
don't know. I mean,
yeah.
she seemed like I don't know.
You just set her free in her native environment.
What kind of mental illness
That was
went
good.
with
That was
that?
nice of you.
I was sort of like, it was a catch and release.
Yeah, catch and release.
No, get away.
You
But-
showed her off a little for a
Yeah,
minute.
yeah.
Hey, look at this, and then
Right.
back in an environment she's comfortable in.
Caught 1,000-pound big mouth bass.
That is terrible, though. You get just arm candy that's amazing, way out of your fucking
And-
league,
and-
and they're batshit crazy
And I
or
said,
drunk.
this is a party that is like, not a lot of people get invited to. It's every star
Yeah.
from ABC, every network. It was the upfront. This was the ABC party. So again,
Oh.
I'm like, this is where you go, look, you go to a hot stripper. Look, we both know what each other wants from each other here.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, let's not fool each other.
Why don't we go here and maybe, something will happen. And that's what it turned into.
Oh, my God.